Welcome to Dune. There are many important things that you can miss in the first region, from class trainers to unique blueprints, and many intel points. And there's one thing you certainly don't want to do, and that's backtrack after you've already left the Hagabazan South. Let's begin with your starting class and class trainers, because in Dune Awakening, you can unlock every single class and use every single skill with one character. And in the starting region, you can already unlock 2 more classes. That would be the Trooper and the Plantologist. And the main reason you want the Plantologist early is the Cutter Array mining skill. Level 1, Cutter Array yield plus 10%. And that goes up later to 20% more resources, also for your compactor. And with vehicle repair, you'll lose less durability. Now, since you can also unlock the Trooper early, I would never choose that as my starting class. My recommendation would be the Bene Gesserit for the Bindu sprint to be faster, or the Mantid for the sentry turret. And then 4 or 5 hours into the game, you already have the Trooper and the Plantologist unlocked and can choose their skills. This is the starting map, and you will always begin in the south area of this map. And the class trainers can be found in these 2 locations. One would be the Griffin's Reach trading post. You want to anyways go there because there's a banger recipe for a water bottle. That's way better than the one that you can unlock in your research tree. And on the blue marker, we have the testing station 2. Inside the testing station 2, you have a quest from the Griffin's Reach trading post, and there you'll get an item piece that you'll bring up to the Plantologist who's on top of the research station. Don't try to actually find him inside, he's on top of it. And the Trooper trainer inside the Griffin's Reach trading post gives you a quest that takes you to the right side of the map. There's a couple of dudes you have to kill, so you get to discover that one anyways. Second thing you should do, no, let's strike that, must do, collect bonus intel points. Intel points you can find at this triple hut symbol. These are enemy outposts. They're not very complicated to deal with. 10, 15 enemies, you go in with your dagger, stab, 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 destroy them, or get yourself your little nail pistol first to take them out. And there's always that green shimmering box to interact with. This gives you bonus intel points on top of the ones you get from leveling up anyways, to then unlock further things. If you don't do this early, you'll be forced at some point to come back here, only to unlock these intel points anyways. Therefore, do it in the beginning. Get yourself a sandbag in the first hour of the game, and you can just easily write them down. Bonus experience, bonus blood, bonus water. Perfection. But where would you build your starting base? The 4x4 where you start crafting. I would choose this region between the Griffin outpost and the testing station, and make sure that you have at least 2 copper nodes close by. Because copper is the most important resource in the beginning. You'll need tons of them to craft everything, especially that sandbag. Resources in Dune Awakening generally respawn really quick. And if you then have those 2 copper nodes close by, you can farm them, do something, farm them, do something. Otherwise, you'll have to go outside of your base to farm some more copper to then return. Just have it close by. Have an eye out for it as you build your first 4x4, 2x2, 3x3. Now comes the interesting stuff and why you should anyways visit all the enemy outposts. And that would be unique loot, unique blueprints. For example, the shipwreck, for which you get a quest up here, has an item called the Caliph's Drinker. And Caliph's Drinker is a sword that sucks blood out of the enemy and puts it into your blood bag. Absolute favorite blade in the beginning. You don't really have to worry anymore about kill an enemy, inject the needle, suck him dry. Nah, you'll just take your weapon, very good with the Bene Gesserit, then go up and pop, 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 slice and dice. Already blood sack full. Deposit into your base. Kill 3-4 more opponents, blood sack full. Super quick farming experience, farming items from them, and at the same time getting your blood to always be hydrated. Other uniques you definitely don't want to miss out on would be Aaron's armor. We get the Hollower Still Suit on the left. The Way of the Fallen would be a pistol. And then all the way at the bottom, we get Aaron's Vengeance, and Aaron's Vengeance would be a battle rifle. On the bottom right would be the Liter John, but you get a better one from the trading post already. Don't necessarily have to go all the way down there. The only reason to go to the bottom would be the 2 intel points that you can get from the Scrape enemy outpost. As you then might go to the wreck of the Alcyon for the quest, you could pick up the leader John. Completionist problems. General word of advice for the first area. Don't build a too big base. 3x3, 2x2 with the necessary stuff that you can get your bike, that you can process through the first area. But after a couple of hours, you already leave this for the northern parts after you have all the things unlocked that we told you to. After done all the quests and got all the experience and all the intel points, you can build a sand bike and put an inventory on the back, then load in all your resources. Tons of copper, fuel cells, that kind of stuff. So you drive to your next base and have it there. Because in the second region, it can sometimes be annoying to find copper. That's why I always make sure to really have my sand bike. Copious amounts of copper should be in there. It just makes life so much easier to rebuild your base early on. Now, there's one more thing to talk about. In the beginning of the game, you're presented with the option to have your research tree locked or unlocked. Here, you always want to take unlocked, and there's a simple reason for it. You have a journey in the top left corner that tells you what to do step by step by step. This journey, you get in locked or unlocked. The problem is that locked does not allow you to research anything but the things they tell you at the very moment. If you already have a massive boost of intel points, because you have discovered one, you could already research a new weapon and some other stuff, even though the journey doesn't tell you yet to do it. And in general, you have more freedom. Still though, you will do the journey because the journey gives you massive XP and therefore even more intel points. So the journey you do anyways, just that with unlocked, it really gives you more freedom and you don't feel you're absolutely stuck in a box. And this doesn't matter if you're a completely new player or if you have some experience. Again, the journey is there, but unlocked gives you more freedom. This interactive map I'll put in the description below. And yes, the northern parts are already in here as well. As we then discover more, this will be fleshed out even more. And if we find out things that are not even on this interactive map yet, as well, there is a lot more for Dune to be discovered. We'll be informing you. No worries, Dune will be covered on this channel tons. There'll be a live stream. We're also playing on the EU server Lampadas and the Sietch Ramal, if you then so wish to join us. Now, as a final goodie, I have my beginner's guide that we already recorded during the beta with the beta that fast tracks you to the sand bike. Not even 20 minutes in the game, you can already have it. Technically, you can get yourself eaten by the sandworm and he's gonna poop you out and you get a sand bike. But I'll keep that for the time when you accidentally get eaten by a sandworm and you do actually want to have then that sand bike to quickly get back to your base or not have to recraft it from the very beginning on. Therefore, have a wonderful good time with this video. Thank you for your attention and hopefully we'll see you on the Discord and on my server. Take care.